Today we are going to make ceramic snowflakes, and you're probably wondering, what in the world is this here? This here is a stencil to make snowflakes. Now snowflakes, you're probably thinking, oh, this is easy to do. You fold paper, you cut it, and they're all the same when you open it up because you fold it, you cut the same. Well, this is the challenge of doing it with clay. So what you're going to do with the clay here is you're going to find a piece that's big enough, cut it out here, take your sponge, squeeze out as much water as you can, and you want it smooth. You don't want a rough snowflake, you want a smooth one. The very important thing to do is that there are squares of paper over there. You're going to flip it onto the square of paper here, and on the other side, what do you think you're going to do?
Smooth it.
Smooth it again, as best you can. Smooth, smooth, smooth it. Now, what this is for is you don't want it any bigger than this, and I'm going to cut carefully around, hold on to this, because it's really easy for these to move around. So as I cut, I'm going to cut straight up and down all the way through, holding on to these because these can move. And I'll show you why I cut them so thin in just a minute here.
You cut them thin?
Well, I cut the plastic thin here.
Oh.
I will show you why I cut the plastic so thin. So that you can do this here. Now what you do is I have all these small little shapes here I took out here. A square, an oval.
Why is there a Y?
A Y could be something else. It doesn't have to be a Y. It could be something. A star. This here's a little thing for, it's kind of a pointy arrow thingy here. So I can take these and go in here. Now, every time you put it in here, you want to dip it in water. The secret is to do the same spot each time. So I'm going to put it here in the middle, press it down, pull it out. And that may seem easy enough because it's in the middle there. I do the same, and I have to go for each one. Each little pie, I have to do the exact same thing in the exact same place everywhere I go. And that is why I did this grid here, so you can do this here. Now after I've done enough of these, whoops, it's stuck. Sometimes it sticks and you have to cut it out. So make sure it's even. If you don't dip it in water, it sticks. Every time. We're going to share these. There's also other cookie cutters. You could cut your own things as well if you want to. So, now after I've done enough of these, I can take this stencil off. If I want to, I can take it off if I want to and make my own. Cut this off here.
Wouldn't it be harder to copy your own, something you make your own?
It'd be hard. Yeah, you don't. No two snowflakes are alike. That's what they say. No two snowflakes are alike. So if I want to, I can pick this up here. What I want to do is I want to make squares at each one of the corners here. So I'm going to make one here. I've dipped it in water. I'm going to make one on this side.
I have a question.
Yes. Oops.
So you couldn't like write Merry Christmas across your snowflake because...
Nope. This is about symmetry. This is radial symmetry. It's like a wheel. A wheel all looks the same on each one. So this is it. We're doing radial symmetry where whatever you do in each one, you can do whatever you want to in this pie. You can do whatever you want to in this pie, but be the same in each one. Now, do I want to get too close to another one?
No.
If I do, that's why we have this line right here, so it doesn't get too thin. Now, if I want to, can I go over on top of this one?
Yeah.
I can't, as long as I do it for every single one. So every pie is the same. So you want to have one really cool snowflake by the end. Do as many as you can. Hopefully you can get 2 or 3 done. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
And when you're done, I'm just going to pull this off right now. And you pull this off here, and you'll see the snowflake here. And I can put it back on. If I need to, I can put it back on and finish my snowflake. So, if there's no questions, there's not a lot of clay here. I can always roll more out, but there's not a lot of table space, so I can roll as you need to. So,